Governor Roy Cooper hopes to start reopening North Carolina this week, but before that happens,
my biggest concern is
you really should hear Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn's biggest worry. New tonight, this woman missed a mortgage payment because of coronavirus. Now her bill could go up by $1,000 every month.
It's hard, but we'll make it happen.
2 Wants to Know has some advice to protect you from these surprise charges. Plus, these boots were made for walking, but spreading coronavirus is what they do. We verify how long the virus stays on your shoes.
Ready?
And 3 brothers in the NFL are back at home in our area trying to stay in shape. You gotta meet their mama, who's running practice. I'm Ben Briscoe. WFMY News 2 at 11 starts right now. We made it to the last week of the governor's stay-at-home order. It is set to expire on May 8th, but today, some triad businesses already started to reopen. Lots of folks started asking us how tanning salons could open back up with that order still in place. So we sent WFMY News 2's Ben Smart to get answers.
As parts of North Carolina prepare to reawaken, some Greensboro tanning salons have reopened. But Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn worries about mixed messages. She urges continued caution against coronavirus. Besides grocery stores, not many businesses in Greensboro's Friendly Center are open during the coronavirus pandemic. But the tanning salon Suntan City has decided to reopen. On its Facebook page Saturday morning, a post, quote, "We are excited to announce that we are now open. We wanted to learn more about their decision to reopen." An employee told us Sunday they have permission to be open, but did not say who gave it to them and said there was no comment past that. So what do the current laws say? By executive order, only businesses deemed essential to COVID-19 pandemic response can remain open. All others must close at least until May 8th. And this document, Guidance for Executive Order 120, states that tanning salons must close, along with many other personal grooming businesses. However, businesses can petition the Department of Revenue, requesting to be classified as an essential business. On Sunday, the state told News 2 Suntan City had applied for an exception, but could not confirm if they were sent a decision letter yet. It's not the only tanning salon reopening. This Palm Beach Tan on New Garden Road also letting customers in Sunday. We turn to Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn.
I initially thought that they would fall under other grooming salons like the nail and hair, but when we checked with our city attorney, they said no, because that was more of a distance type grooming situation. There was no face-to-face.
The mayor says she understands the financial reasons businesses have to reopen, but she worries that it could send the wrong message.
What I'm concerned about is mixed messaging. We want people to understand as businesses open up, they still have to be serious about their own personal health and the fact that the virus can still spread.
Now, during her interview, Mayor Vaughn also wanted to clear up something she's been hearing around town. It might seem like the number of cases, it keeps going up in Greensboro because more testing is being done now, but listen closely to this.
We know that the numbers are increasing every day, and they will increase with greater testing, but we haven't had a lot more testing going on recently, so that's not one of the reasons for the spike in numbers. There hasn't been a lot more testing going on. There is spread that's continuing in the community.
Okay, you just heard the mayor say coronavirus is still spreading in our area, so it's important to follow the stay-at-home order until the governor gives the green light. When that happens, we'll enter phase 1, meaning the stay-at-home order stays in effect, but certain retail stores, including clothing stores, could reopen with some restrictions later this week. Parks will also reopen, but people cannot be in groups bigger than 10. Churches will stay closed until perhaps the end of this month. And even then, we talked with some triad pastors today who said they're going to take extra steps to protect their congregations. Pastor Alan Holmes says they're not going to shake hands as much. He'll increase cleaning and perhaps even do away with the offering plate.
We probably won't pass an offering plate anymore, because it's just another thing that, everybody's touching as it goes down the aisle.
Other pastors told us they might continue to use Zoom meetings for Sunday school classes and small groups. Starting tomorrow, our neighbors down in South Carolina, they're going to be able to sit down outside and eat at restaurants again. All of the tables are going to have to be totally scrubbed and sanitized between each customer. And they've got to be spaced at least 8 feet apart with no more than 8 people eating at each one. Now, I want to know how you feel about this. Would you feel comfortable dining outside right now? Go to WFMY.com/vote now to weigh in or use our free News 2 app. While you do that, WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey says this story, it has been blowing up on
Absolutely Facebook. Blowing up on Facebook, and it's split pretty much right down the middle, Ben. Our first comment comes from Pamela. She says, I love outside patio dining on a beautiful day or night. Our next comment comes from JR. He says, not interested in outside or inside dining right now. Sounds like trouble. Next comment comes from Kevin. He says, in a heartbeat, just like I would eat inside at any restaurant for the rest of the year, only local places. And that's a key there. Our last comment comes from Marilyn. She says, absolutely not. My life and health are much more important than any form of recreation at this time, Ben.
Evenly split and lots of strong feelings on both sides here.
Very strong feelings. We had over 200 comments on this post, and I counted 50 for each side, and then I got tired, man.
Lots of science going into making this decision for North Carolina, too. We want to know how you feel. Keep voting. We'll check the results a little later in the show. Speaking of South Carolina, we cannot move on until you hear the crazy thing that this woman is accused of. Police arrested her on charges of going into a restaurant, licking her hands, and touching stuff. The employee behind the counter says Shanira Holiday also licked quarters and then put them into the tip jar, finally walking away, throwing her palms up, saying it's in God's hands now. She's now in jail under a $100,000 bond, and police have also ordered her to take a coronavirus test. Since the start of the coronavirus concerns, evictions have been suspended, and banks have said they would work with people who couldn't pay their mortgage. But 2 Wants to Know found that often comes with hidden cost. More than 3.8 million American mortgages have gone into forbearance due to coronavirus. Soledad Lamb was granted a 90-day forbearance by her lender back in March. But she was afraid of a balloon payment at the end of it, so she asked for a loan modification.
They responded with a higher monthly payment, a higher interest rate. They also increased my escrow payment by $500.
Under the modification, her interest rate would go up by 1 point, and her monthly mortgage would jump $1,000.
They said that was what it was, and I can either choose to take it, and I had to make payment by June 1st with it, or come up with the entire 90 days that's due.
So Lamb's now liquidating her 401k to make that balloon payment.
It's hard, but we'll make it happen.
Mark Miller is the CEO of Barcode Financial.
A forbearance does not erase what you owe. You'll have to repay any missed payments or reduce payments in the future. So basically, if you are able to make your payments, you should keep making them.
Miller says if homeowners do a loan modification after their forbearance, it can change your interest rate and your monthly payment. It can also keep you from refinancing in the future.
As of right now, if you're entering forbearance, you may not be able to take out another mortgage for 12 months. So this is going to cause homeowners to miss opportunities in housing, whether you're buying or refinancing when rates are expected to stay low.
Miller says the best option for homeowners in forbearance would be to tack on the missed payments to the end of the loan, but not all lenders will offer that. The good news here, though, is if you are in forbearance, it does not affect your credit score as long as your lender knows about it and they approve the program. So make sure to give them a call if you can't pay. Otherwise, missing your bill will ding your credit score. Right now, Greensboro Police and Highway Patrol, they need your help to find a hit-and-run driver. Police say a driver hit 39-year-old John Burt Jr. at the junction of Business 85 and Highway 29 in Guilford County. Troopers say the driver was in a blue Honda Civic. The car should have damage on the front right bumper and is missing a passenger side mirror. If you see this vehicle, call Greensboro Police. Tomorrow, the city of Winston-Salem will start yard waste collection again. It has been suspended because they needed workers on trash routes more often. So those tree branches and shrubs you've been waiting to get rid of, well, they can finally go. But for workers to take your yard waste, you gotta have one of those roll-out carts from the city. You can purchase those at the city warehouse. This weekend was a good one to do some yard work because it was so warm and pretty, but Christian says that's about to change.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Ben, it was kind of like a little taste of summer today, right? You have a chance to get out and enjoy that because it will be a short-lived taste of summer. First, check out these high temperatures across the area today. We got up to 84 in Greensboro, 84 down in Asheboro as well, and Lexington and Winston-Salem. A little warmer over in Burlington in the upper 80s, 85 down in Siler City, and 86. Upper 80s further south of the triad that you go. 84 was my high today. That's what I predicted. Right on the money. We don't do that often, but sometimes we do. Check mark on the board. We had 3 days on our home meet to its street in the program there. And over the radar right now, things are quiet, but there is some moisture, some showers, some storms up to our north. That's where most of them will stay. But as we go through the overnight hours, a stray shower is not out of the question, although most of us do stay dry. The moisture is going to stay up to the north of us. Pretty warm, pretty comfortable overnight. We'll get down into the upper 50s, right around 60 under partly cloudy skies for your overnight low. Tomorrow, Monday, it's going to be a great way to start the week. It will be a warm day, yes, but not quite as warm as we were today. Upper 70s to near 80. And as we go through the evening hours, especially tomorrow night, a stray shower is possible. And those chances for rain really go up heading into your Tuesday. 79 is my forecast. And you can hold me to that. It'll be another warm day. So one more warm day, but then check out what happens as we go through the middle of the week. Yes, we do add in some rain. We also do cool down quite a bit from the upper 70s back to the 60s on Tuesday. Why and how long does it last? I'll have all those details and your full 7-day forecast coming up.
The CDC is recommending that we all wear masks out in public, and we all look real happy about it, right? Turns out we could be going through all this trouble for nothing if you're not wearing it correctly. So how do you make sure that mask fits? Well, Will Johnson shows you just how to do that.
So to do this properly, fit the mask snugly across your face so it covers from the bridge of your nose down to under your chin. Don't wear it with your nose exposed. What does that do? Don't cover just your nose and your mouth and leave your chin out. Don't wear it loosely. It might feel breezy, but it's not helpful. Don't cover just the tip of your nose. You're still letting aerosols in. And don't use the mask to hide your double chin. That's actually doing nothing. And finally, don't touch the outside of your mask while your mask is on your face. To properly remove a mask, take it off from behind or by the straps, and always wash your hands immediately afterwards.
Every day we learn more about coronavirus cases and more cases in our state. But many of you have asked us about recoveries. The state health department does not release those numbers, but some counties have. The city of Winston-Salem posted this on Facebook today. The Forsyth County Health Department says 131 people have recovered from coronavirus there. 132 cases are still active and 5 people have died. The health department also says no new cases were reported today. You know, it's one thing to hear the numbers, but it's another to learn the experiences of survivors from themselves. Take a listen to what they want everyone to know about coronavirus.
We represent people that have a story to tell. My name is David Jameson.
My name is Amanda Trejo.
Marissa Liuzzi.
Scott Schubach.
And I am a recovered COVID-19 patient.
I was a patient in an intensive care unit.
I've just recovered.
Out of the 12, there was about 8 of us that were affected.
I'm still having issues. I'm still having issues sleeping, still having issues with anxiety.
When I walk up the stairs from the parking lot to the entrance and I'm carrying a briefcase or some papers, I have to slow down.
We've been just really trying to just stay away from everyone and only leaving the house to give plasma.
My aunt was positive for COVID-19 and was admitted to the ICU. I went and donated my plasma. Within about the next 11 days, she was able to come off the ventilator.
Everything that we can do to possibly help save a life is something that people need to start really looking into.
I truly believe that maybe I got COVID-19 so I could save not only my aunt, but a stranger as well.
This situation has taught me that we should never, ever take anything for granted.
For whatever reason I'm here, it is upon me to become a better person. As a physician, a father, a husband, that is upon me to become better.
I think this is a trying time.
We have a happy ending, fortunately for us.
It would be a waste for a person to go through something and not inspire someone else who's going through the same thing.
So powerful to hear their stories. It's also interesting to look at how diverse they are. This virus certainly does not discriminate. The CDC says your shoes could have coronavirus on them, so should you take them off before you walk inside your front door? We verify how big the risk is to your family next.
It started out, we were going to just get in touch mainly with family members that we thought could actually come, and we contacted about 25. People started hearing about it, and so it kept growing and growing. People wanted to know, can we join in? And we said, sure.
But before we go to break, we want to wish a special happy birthday to one of our viewers. Esther High League celebrated her 100th birthday today. Her friends and family threw her a big birthday parade. Look at all those cars. Happy birthday, Esther. Checking in on your thoughts about our interactive question tonight. This thing really is getting a lot of attention. More than 1,700 of you have voted so far. So would you feel comfortable eating outside at a restaurant right now? 67% of you are saying no, not right now. Thank you to everyone who voted. So you know to wear your mask in public and use your hand sanitizer, but health experts say there could be another big risk down there at your feet. Our Verify team found some health experts now saying you should leave those shoes at the door.
Think about all the steps you take daily, whether it's out on a walk or through a grocery store. Now consider all of the germs the soles of your shoes touch. According to a new study by the CDC, they could carry COVID-19.
It's no secret the soles of your shoes aren't the cleanest of all things, but a new study by the CDC reveals just how dirty they can be. Researchers examined the shoes of medical staff in Wuhan, China, the epicenter of coronavirus. It found, quote, as medical staff walk around the ward, the virus can be tracked all over the floor, as indicated by the 100% rate of positivity from the floor in the pharmacy where there were no patients. Furthermore, half of these samples from the soles of the ICU medical staff shoes tested positive. Therefore, the soles of medical staff shoes might function as carriers. For this story, we spoke with Dr. Jochu Sandhu at Sharpry Steely. We asked him to verify. Can shoes carry COVID-19? Yes, especially in areas where there are known coronavirus patients.
You can transmit a lot of viral particles, bacterial particles that are on the floor unknowingly to different places.
Is there anything you can do to mitigate the spread? Yes. Dr. Sandhu suggests leaving shoes outside your home or sanitizing the bottom soles.
And really just remove all the potential bugs that are on any surface that made contact with the floor.
We've got something that can help people more than we even realize.
Upon hearing about the CDC report, Monty Deer, the CEO of Kizik, a shoe company specializing in shoes that slip on and off without using your hands, is giving away 1,000 pairs to healthcare workers nationwide. Log on to kizik.com to apply. As for the study, Dr. Sandhu says while it is a wake-up call, not everyone should be alarmed as long as you're doing whatever you can to mitigate the spread.
You're not putting yourself in situations where there's just a cluster of people who are not taking care of themselves, then chances are you're doing okay.
Christian, that's the good thing about working from home. When I did it earlier this week, I went 5 days in a row without putting on shoes.
You don't even know if I'm wearing shoes right now either.
I bet you're not.
Today was a good day to put on the sandals, though. Let's just put it at that.
Absolutely. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was warm. A little taste of summer today. We got up to 84 for the high today. And while it does seem warm and it does seem hot, we still didn't break any records. In fact, we were quite a ways away from that record for today, which is 92, set back in 1959. We do tie third place, though, for the warmest day so far of 2020. Remember that 88-degree day we had back in March? Yeah, March was warm. I actually had to rethink about that one. Temperature-wise right now, we're still warm, even at 11 o'clock, in the 70s across the area right now. And all quiet for us on the radar. There are some showers and a few storms up to the north, and that's where most of that moisture is going to stay. Although a stray shower, not a big deal at all. It's not completely out of the question as we head through the overnight hours. High pressure that's been in control of our weather this weekend, sliding away from us off the coast. And as this cold front actually in the process of crossing our area now, doesn't have a lot of moisture with it, but that's where we get that stray shower chance overnight. It will settle and kind of stall out down to the south of us along South Carolina. That's what gives us just a small chance of getting a stray shower tomorrow afternoon. But as a wave of low pressure tracks along that front, we get a pretty good shot at getting some rain, some widespread showers on Tuesday, even heading into Wednesday before things do start to clear out. Tomorrow, just a stray shower chance. The best chance of the week, though, is going to be on Tuesday for some of those scattered showers throughout the day, some of those lingering into the morning hours of Wednesday before things do start to clear out Wednesday afternoon. Not all that cool overnight. In fact, it'll be quite comfortable under partly cloudy skies. We'll bottom out in the upper 50s to right around 60 here in the Triad, even some lower 50s back to our western counties and our foothills as well. Tomorrow, it's another warm and nice day, mostly sunny. Won't be quite as warm as we got today, but upper 70s to near 80 is a good bet for tomorrow. So one more warm day tomorrow, and then if you like cooler weather, well, the cooler weather is hanging around for at least the first part of May. Back in the mid-60s on Tuesday with some showers, near 70 on Wednesday, clearing out. And then Thursday and Friday are both dry, sunny, and temperatures hanging out in the 60s, even lower 60s heading into next weekend.
Football teams can't get together to work out right now, but one family of NFL players is getting the job done in an interesting way. Find out who's hosting their virtual workouts next. Three Danville brothers play in the NFL. 2 with the Steelers and 1 with the Bills. Now, of course, they can't train with their teams right now, but as a family, they found a way to work out together. Last December, brothers Trey Tremaine and Terrell Edmonds pulled off a rare feat as all 3 played in the same NFL game. Since then, NFL facilities are shut down due to COVID-19. All their team activities are taking place virtually in Danville.
You know, everybody's going through this, so, you know, we just trying to find ways to adjust to it every day, but I think it's, you know, very effective, and I think we're getting something out of it.
Let's go. Even though they're working from home, the 3 can't afford to take the day off.
You know, we're still working out, we're still meeting, we're still learning, and, you know, as much interaction as we can do via phone, via iPad, via computer, whatever that is, I think we're taking full advantage of it.
Staying in peak shape could be challenging for other players.
Get them up!
I wouldn't say a challenge for us because we have 2 parents that stay on our backs about it.
On my whistle. Their mom, Cookie, a former track star and Danville Public Schools PE teacher.
Hands straight up, put your foot on the yellow line.
And their dad, Farrell, a former NFL player, will not let them slack off.
Then the boys will bring exercises that their teams send them, and we just kind of incorporate all of our ideas together, and we come up with a workout. Ready?
As the fate of the season is still in the air, the 3 E-boys are working to make sure they'll be ready.
Really just hoping that we have a season. I think that everybody can say that.
So they can get back to what they love. A very unique way to get that training in. And I bet they'll remember this time training together as a family.
And let's get one more check of that forecast. Getting ready to start a brand new week. Not a bad way to do it. Warm and sunny. One more warm day tomorrow, upper 70s to near 80, before our temperatures fall back below normal heading through the middle of the week. 65 on Tuesday. Looking at a good shot for some showers throughout the day on Tuesday. Some of those lingering into Wednesday, but clearing out Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures near 70, and we are dry and sunny, but much cooler. Only in the 60s to end the week, and even lower 60s heading into next weekend then.
Look at that. If the stay-at-home order does get changed to phase 1 on Friday, it's going to be a really nice weekend for it. There's always a silver lining.
That is the silver lining.
Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.
See you.
WFMY News 2 at 11 is brought to you by Cox Toyota in Burlington. Take a test drive and you could win $1,000. So before you buy, give Cox a try.